What's good, YouTube? Dre here with Different Gaming. I'm going to be bringing you guys different kind of content on the channel. Cohen has his own little series that he wants to start. I told him it's okay. I really think you guys will enjoy it. I think you guys will enjoy him on the channel. I'm going to be bringing replays. I'm also going to be doing like multiple matches and then editing them and putting them together. And it's going to be wins, losses, doesn't matter. I don't care if I lose, as long as I learn something from the match. That's all that matters. So we have Different Gaming, of course, and then we're going against Titan Nick. And he wins the rock, paper, scissors. He chooses to go first. Opening hand is Nib, Beast, Triple Tactic Talents, Valor, Foolish Burial. I'm on Invoke Shaddolls, of course. Y'all know that is my deck. Like I'm gonna master that deck. So excuse the buzzard. Then he's playing Pure Amazement, which I've played against Amazement and Madolche. Channel, that deck profile is actually on the channel. I'll leave that video at the end of this video, so you guys can check it out. But he opens up Family, Faces, Solemn Judgment, Pot of Extravagance, Cyclone Coaster, and Kino. So he starts off with Extravagance, banishes 6 that he banishes Excess Code, Entus, Utopia, Lina, no, 2 Endets, and then his Utopia Light now. So he has Utopia package and the SS Code package, I presume. Then he sets 5 and pass. As soon as he set 5 and pass, my reaction. Like, I was honestly probably just gonna scoop because I have no way to fight through back row. But I said, you know what, we're gonna go for it. So I activate Foolish, dumping Wendy, special summon Shaddolls Hedgehog. And my thought process behind that was next turn, flip summon the Hedgehog, get El Shaddolls Fusion, just because I don't need Shaddolls Fusion. I don't know if he had Ash. I didn't know what he was playing at the time. So I was playing very conservative, and I knew for a fact I couldn't go Schism. And Rush, I like Rush to stay in the deck preferably, but I set that past turn. He draws for turn, and he immediately ends his turn. So right there gives me information that he's not playing that many hand traps, and he's playing back row. And the fact that he didn't activate Scarlet let me know that he wasn't on Eldritch. So draw Invocation for turn, flip summon Hedgehog, immediately grabs El Shaddolls Fusion. My vape's down here. Now I was debating before going into the battle phase whether I should go ahead and make my play or just see what he's playing, like finally bait out what he's playing. So I set El Shaddolls Fusion past turn. But in the end phase, he finally reveals what he's playing, and I was like, oh, Amazement. I'm a little familiar with the deck. So he activates it. He targets my card, which, there you go. He equips it to a Hedgehog, increases the level by 1, and I can't change, and changes the battle position. I thought it said it can't change battle position, but and he didn't catch on to it either. it really didn't matter. Oh, so draw phase, he draws in a time ticket, activates it. Still in the draw phase. That's what I love about quick play spells. Then he has Kamika. Normal summons Kamika. I read Kamika. Sets one from deck to field. I didn't want that, so I veilered it, and that immediately stopped his turn. And if I would have changed the battle position, then I wouldn't have taken that much damage. But he just had everything. Then he set punishment that he had drew into. Then I drew Squamata for turn, so I activate Invocation. I send in Squamata and Aerial. Then he chains Kino. Activating Family Faces, which negates Abkalone. So I Dragon, I Aerial all three of his Amazement cards in grave. Then Dragon pop Family Faces. He activate another Family Faces. I try to talents since he activated an effect to draw 2, and he Solemn Judgments, and I just ate my defeat. There was nothing, no way I could fight back. Like these two right here is game. You just draw phase, battle phase, attack for game. So I saw in all the back row hate. All the back row hate. Because I knew he was playing a back row deck. So game 2, I go Meltdown. Oh, not go Meltdown. Blah, blah, blah. I have Meltdown, Rush, Hedgehog, Squamata, Alistair. He has his opening hand is Imperm, Strike, Time Ticket, Viking, Vortex, and Lancia. So I start off, I go Meltdown, grab Alistair, normal summon Alistair, Invocation, try to go for a simple Mechaba. And since I had the Rush in hand, I could have negated. So I still go Invocation, dumping Squamata, Hedgehog, get those effects to get ahead a little bit. And then Squamata dump Wendy. Wendy, special summons Beast, and then I set Rush. Since I have 3 Shadow monsters in the grave, and that was the thought process behind that, instead of keeping it in hand. He time tickets in draw phase as Kino, and I made sure I did not activate Rush while he had that card in hand. So he goes Kamika, sets Horror House, goes battle phase, attacks into my Artemis. Then he goes to set Strike, Viking, Vortex, and then sets Imperm. Now notice he went to go set Viking, Vortex in this column, which I had Rush, but he moved it over. If I had one more spell, or if I had another bluff, if I just had a bluff spell, I could have set it anywhere, and it would have. He would have still had a trap card in hand. So I definitely remember that. And everyone makes mistakes. Everyone makes misplays. Everyone doesn't read the cards fully. Everyone is prone to doing it. Even the professional players. Pac will admit it. M. Cole will admit it. Simon He will admit it. Jeff Jones will admit it. Billy Bray, everybody will admit that sometimes they don't read the cards. So you'll see my misplay. I go to activate Lightning Storm, and as I'm reading it, I realize it says you cannot control any face-up cards. So I attempt to go Beast, he imperms, then activates Kino, hand effect, special summons it. I knew what it did at this point, so I knew I had enough to be able to fight through his back row. Then he activates Horror House, targets his monster. It didn't matter which one to negate Alistair. Then I go try to link summon for Anaconda. That gets met with a Solemn Strike. I get no window effect. Then I go Battle Phase, Beast, attack Comica. Then he uses Horror House to change the target and equips it to Beast to make it face down. Then he uses Kino's effect to banish one and pop my back row. I chain Rush and then summon Wendy from grave. Then he battle phase attacks Wendy. Then with Wendy, I special summon Squamata, just because next turn I want to flip summon it and destroy one of his monsters. And for some reason, I just knew he was going to attack in the beast after I just tried to use the effect last turn. So he attacks in the beast. So that's 2 Squamatas being used on both turns, and that's awesome. That is great. If you can use 2 Squamatas, one on their turn and then the other one on your turn, oh, you're great. And then the fact that he attacked in the beast and I had something to discard, and off of the draws I draw into Red Reboot and Valor. Lightning Storm, Red Reboot are both of my side-end cards. Then activate Squamata. Squamata, I was actually on the phone, so, and I was thinking of what I wanted to send. So I sent Dragon, to get rid of his last back row, hoping that it was good. So I draw into Alistair. I flip summon Squamata, just like I said before, to pop one of his monsters on his turn. Normal summon Alistair. That's met with a judgment. Then he chains Comica, and I go to chain Red Reboot to negate his judgment. And he sees the judgment. He sees the Red Reboot and gets defeated because Alistair effect goes through. Gives me Invocation. I already have an Alistair, a Winda, Artemis, and I have his Lancia and his Kino engraved. So the possibilities was just endless. And he could have set another trap, but he couldn't do anything after that. So he decides to go first. I tried some different cards, and this opening hand that I opened up with was phenomenal. I actually did misplay, and I'll show you when I get to it. But opening hand: Valor, Hedgehog, Shadow Fusion, Lightning Storm, Harpy's Feather Duster. His opening hand: Horror House, Pot of Extravagance, Comica, Rapid Racing, and Time Ticket. So he goes Time Ticket, pay 8 to get Kino, then goes main phase 1, Pot of Extravagance, all good. Then he goes and sets 3, and he set Imperm, Rapid Racing, Horror House. Then right here when he goes to normal summons Comica, I had to think, do I use Valor to negate the effect and keep him from setting a trap directly from the deck, or do I let it go through since I have the El Shaddai Fusion, Valor, and Hedgehog? because don't know what I'm going to draw into. So I told him thinking here. And told him okay, he goes to set a Cyclo coaster. Then I draw into his Squamata, which was great, very great. And here is the misplay. As you see, he has no solemn judgment, nothing to protect his back row. And I knew he added Kino. I was so happy to finally use Lightning Storm, and I should have went Harpy's Feather Dusters. Harpy's Feather Duster first, and then Lightning Storm. To completely clear his field. So because I didn't do it that way, it made the game go on longer. So he activates Kino effect in hand. I chain El Shaddol Fusion, sending Valor and Squamata, which I'm glad I held on to the Valor. Then right here we're talking about Kino's effect. If your opponent normal special summons a monster except during the damage step, you can target one of those face-up monsters they control, equip one attraction trap from your deck to that target. Since his effect activates in hand and a trap card has to be activated, he can special summon the card. Now you have to declare reveal. You know, I'm just going with common knowledge. So chain El Shaddol, go construct. This gets summoned. Then construct Squamata's effect triggers, and that creates a chain link. So because construct was on field before Kino's effect of me special summoning a monster, his effect doesn't apply because he was not on field when construct had hit the field. And I'm using the Winda on field knowledge on that because Winda has to be present on field and face up in order for her to see that first special summon. So kind of the same thing. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section. Let me know how this interaction is really supposed to be. This is why I'm going to start doing videos like this, so not only myself but others can learn interactions and certain rulings and whatnot, because it's a lot. There's a lot of technicalities to this game. So construct Squamata, I send Wendy and Ariel. Starting another chain link, Ariel 2, Wendy 1. I know Kino can banish the trap cards and pop cards, so I banish all three of his amazement traps. Wendy special summon Beast. Then construct attacking the Kino. Link summon for gravity, grab El Shaddol Fusion from grave, set it, and because I have Hedgehog and Gravity Control, I can easily go Winda. He draws into a Judgment, activates Extravagance. Extravagance for 12 this game. Battle phase, he taps 4, sets all three, and this knowledge to me tells me that this is your last chance. Like, if my opponent has no cards in hand and all their cards are on field, they're either bluffing or they have certain protection cards and other interaction cards. So I have great field presence, 2 cards in hand, and by the draw for turn. On his end phase, I El Shaddol Fusion. I go Winda. and then get his hedgehog to get aerial because I have beast. Then draw schism for turn, and right here, as soon as I dropped Duster, and he goes think, I'm like, you have the judgment. Then he messes up and activates Cyclone Coaster, so I have that knowledge now. Then he goes judgment, which makes me furthermore to believe that his other trap he wants to protect. So I go beast, he horror houses it, negates the effect. Then he goes coaster, equips it to window so he can add a amazement monster from deck to hand, adds Kino, which that's his second copy. Then since there were trap activated this turn, Kino's effect activates, and he special summons himself to field. Right here, I'm thinking, do I link summon Wyndham Beast for Anaconda, or do I set Schism, set Aerial, next turn banish? Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Set Schism, set Aerial, activate Schism, banishing Construct and another Shadow monster, and just hope that he can't, get rid of your board presence. But y'all are gonna see. He changes the target of Horror House from Beast to Window, makes Window go face down, but he still takes the damage and the monster gets destroyed. Now he only has Kino. He draws into a Solemn Strike. Main phase 1, battle phase. He attacks. His main phase 2, I activate Schism, banishing Construct Wendy, just like I was thinking. Schism, send Kino. He quick effects Coaster to add. Then special summons the new copy and his last copy of Kino. Uses Kino's effect, banishes all 3 of his traps, sending all 3 of my Shadow monsters to the grave. So with Window, I grab El Shaddai Fusion. With Aerial, I banish. Ticket doesn't do anything in grave, so I banish all his amazement monsters. Abcalone, get Beast from grave, discard Beast, Beast effect, draw 1, draw into a Genius. End phase. My turn, I draw into a Droplet. Now, this is the last turn. He has Kino. That's all he has, and he has a Solemn Strike, and he knows that. I have Schism, El Shaddai, Genius, and Droplet. I go to activate Schism, and I don't know why he didn't strike. Because I go banish Aerial, Abcalone, Engrave, to special summon Abcalone, Schism, send Kino, and he admits defeat there. Then I show him what I have in hand, just in case he was going to activate Kino's effect. I was going to Droplet Schism away and negate it. Then, yeah, he drew, like, that was going to be the last turn. And then we were chatting for a little bit, but let me see. Oh, but right here he said he had to pop the trap. He had to pop Schism, but he didn't have a way to pop Schism, because as long as I had the materials engraved and I had another window in the extra deck, I was going to be sending whatever dark attribute he summoned to the grave. But that's the video. Hope you guys enjoy. If you like this kind of content, let me know in the comment section below. Definitely timestamp any questions or any comments or opinions that you guys might have. Like, comment, subscribe. We really appreciate you guys, tuning in. Even though we have a messed up schedule, I work full-time school, full-time job. Colton works full-time, dad, full-time job. So trying to get on a schedule is kind of challenging, but we're still going to be bringing you guys content. So thank you all. I hope everyone has a great and blessed night. And as always, peace.